fair bit already, but I don't want Jonathan to feel like he can just grab my head whenever he wants during a match. It's always going to start to take energy away from me. It's going to start to wear out my neck muscles. The more that he's able to like pull on my neck and crank on my neck, he's going to be putting me out of position. So I want him to pay every time that he touches my neck. This is just one of the ways that I really like to make my opponents not feel comfortable grabbing my neck. This is uncomfortable, right, Jonathan?
Yep.
Now it's more uncomfortable. Now it's gone. Now it's uncomfortable again. Now I can put his hands on my mat. Exactly, start circling. I'm gonna go with my pinky of my right hand into the armpit and connect a gable grip. Okay, I have his head and his shoulder controlled there. Let's rotate for the camera. So here you can come up a little bit more, and the elbow's perfect. So I have the pinky in and my other hand on the other side of his head. I'm creating a gable grip. I'm going to go with my head in the hole. Circle with me so they can see what that looks like. My hand in the hole here, and now I start to pinch my elbows. Everyone see this? My first move here will be to break Jonathan down. I personally don't like to lock my Brabos or Darces when my opponent is still in this position. I prefer to use what's called the Olympic roll first to break them and put them in a less athletic position before I go into those grips. Obviously you see the Rotulos shooting Darces from everywhere and it works great for them. Kudos, but personally this is how I like to attack this position. So I'm in, my head's in the hole. I'm going to start to switch my legs. Put my hips towards the mat. I bridge and roll Jonathan through. Now I have a good pinch. Let's rotate one more time. Can the camera see me, Joseph?
Yes.
Perfect. Now I like to capture Jonathan's elbow with my leg. I pull my hands in. I don't want to be extending my arm whenever I go for this because Jonathan can just grab it, right, and disrupt my whole thing. Especially if he frees this arm, he can do a straight arm lock on me here. And that's a real bummer to get arm locked from a position where you should be strangling your opponent. So that's one of the reasons we're capturing this, pulling our arm through. And you see how I'm trying to keep my hand as close to the body as I can. Now I have my wrist on top of my bicep. And I have this hand as close to his armpit as I can with my chin covering the grip. Then I can walk in, pull my elbow to my ribs, and get a nice finish. And then I'll turn Jonathan's face another color, right? Nice and pink for us. Boom. Circling. I look. Transition to this power grip. That's what we'll call it for now. Step on the foot. Hands to the mat. He circles because he doesn't want me to take his back, right? I'm going to connect my hands in the gable grip. Bring my head to the other side. Start to pull my elbows together as I circle. Boom, I roll through. Now I can immediately go to catching the elbow, pulling my hands through, keeping my hand as close as I can as I lock. Hiding his hand under my chin, pulling my left elbow to my ribs to finish. So it's a rotational strangle where I'm pulling my elbow to my ribs. There's some of this as well, but it's mostly me doing a row, connecting my left elbow to my lat. That's where all of the choking power will come from. Does that make sense?
What would his reaction be when he gets there? Is he going to try to roll?
Yes. He's going to use the universal jiu-jitsu escape. Now, that would be a whole nother train of thought. It's a good question to be asking, but I'll cover that later. Yeah. Anything else? No? Word, let's give it a shot. On two, 1, 2.